Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Donna. Hope you're all good. We're going to be doing a yoga for balancing today. So we're going to start off a mountain pose and just to see how lined up our bodies feel today. We know how important balancing is in everyday life and how important it is as you get older to make sure that your body's balanced. So we're going to start and have your feet relaxed onto the mat, toes if you can spread them out. And you're going to make sure that you've got a little gap between your feet, and we've got an imaginary line going up through between our feet, between our legs, up through the midline of our bodies, right up through, right up to the ceiling. So just imagine that line, and while you're doing that, just slowly work through from your feet up. So work through from your feet, your ankles, feel how they feel, whether they feel lined up. Adjust them accordingly. Think how and feel how your calf muscles feel, whether you're sitting back into your heels, whether you're pulling your calf muscles too much back. See how your shins feel, if there's a bit too much strain coming forward too far. Just settle into the middle of where it feels comfortable and balanced. Think of your thigh muscles, your hamstrings, right up through the sides of your body. Engaging your tummy, pull your navel in slightly to hold everything through your midline. Lift your chest, but don't extend it out too much and don't round off. Just have it relaxed but open. Open those shoulders, feel like you've got like a bit of string pulling out from the end of your shoulders so you're not rolling forward or arching back. Think of your neck, lovely long extended neck without lifting your chin. Chin should be level, not tilting up or forward. And then just think of your head, does it feel, just nod it to see whether it feels like it's in the right place and lined up properly. And then pull right up through your body when you're all lined up. Take your palms facing the front. And we're just going to close our eyes in this position and take a couple of deep breaths. Now if you feel like you're swaying a little bit, just think of where the posture might not be quite in the right place for you, and just work on that and see whether you can actually stop from swaying. So close your eyes and we'll take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Just really thinking about your body, go into your body. Where am I balanced? Where am I not? And then just open your eyes, and we're going to come into a lunge, and we're going to balance in the lunge position. So turn sideways onto your mat, take your left foot forward, take your right leg back, up on the ball of the foot. You're going to come down so you've nearly got a right angle with that front leg, and the back leg and knee is stretched if you can, otherwise you can have it bent if you find that too intense. And then what we're going to do from here, we're going to take our arms back just past your back leg, and you're going to look forward. You're going to come forward slightly over your front thigh and looking down at the mat, and just stay here for a moment. So take a couple of deep breaths, really pushing through that back heel, really like holding that angle with the lunge, looking forward, and then coming back up to neutral. Still have that angle on the front leg. Take your arms into prayer position and just try and focus straight out in front of you. Just staying here, just adjusting yourself if you're falling off. Keep pulling up through your navel, through the center, because this will really help hold your balance if you've got your navel engaged. Not held too tightly, you can still breathe, but just feel that slight engagement through from your navel through to your spine. A couple of deep breaths. That front thigh should be burning now. Okay, then coming back out and turning to face the front, then turn to the other side Same position on the other side. So right leg forward into a lunge, if you can at right angle. If you can't, if you find it too hard, just bend that back leg and you just get into position. Then what you're going to do from here, so pushing right through that back heel, you're going to come forward slightly, looking out over the front of your mat, and hold it here. Heels pushing right back to the end of the mat, pushing right through that heel. A couple of deep breaths. Holding the navel, holding that core strong. And then coming back up, still down in the lunge. Bring your hands into prayer position. Now you're just going to look straight ahead, straight out in front of you. Having your hands into the sternum here should center your body so it helps you to balance a little bit more. And deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then coming back, relax back. And now what we're going to do, we're going to stand here and lift your, we'll lift your right leg first. So just make sure that you have got your weight balanced nicely over that supporting leg. And you're going to lift the other leg up off the floor. Hold on to your knee and pull that knee back towards your navel. Hold it here, looking straight ahead, pulling right up through that body. Then we're going to take the right hand and put it around the right foot. Bring your knee in close to your other knee. And if you're finding it a bit hard to balance, just bring your other hand into your sternum. And you'll find it a little bit easier because you'll be focused on the midline of your body. Good. And then bring it down. And then change over to the other leg. Lifting up your left leg. Hold on to it. Pulling right up through your middle. Pull that leg back towards you if you can. Doesn't matter if you fall over and you have to come back into the posture. It's all good. It's still all balancing and getting your body into the right balance. And then just take your left hand, grab hold of your left foot, and bring this hand into your sternum if that helps you balance. Doesn't matter if you fall over, just come back into the posture again. It's all good practice. Good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn onto our side and we're going to go into dancer's pose. So hold on to the ankle or the foot if it's more comfortable for you. Have your hand into your sternum and then you're just going to extend your leg out a little bit. And just look out over the end of your mat. So you're more looking down towards the floor to help you balance. And then coming back down when you're ready. Good. Shake your legs out and we'll go to the other side. So get yourself standing right on that leg. Relax your feet on the floor. Pull up through your navel. Hold on to your foot or your ankle. And then bring your hand into the sternum. And then slowly extend it out. You'll find one side you can balance a lot easier than another side. Just go into the position that you feel comfortable. Looking out towards the floor. Find a spot on the floor and look at it. Keeping pulled up through that navel. Good. Come back down. And shake your legs out. Shake, shake, shake. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to bring our feet into what I call first position. So your heels are together and your toes are turned out. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have our hands on our hips and make sure that you can feel that centre line going right up through your body. So lift up off your hips. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bend our knees So our tails are going to go straight down to the floor, and then we're going to try and lift our heels up. And then bring them back down, straighten your knees. We'll just do this a few times. So bend your knees. You might only get to here. That's all good. But if you can, try and lift your heels off the floor, up onto your toes. Hold your tail straight down in between your heels. Navel pulled up. And back down. Doesn't matter if you wobble around when you get up there. Just try and adjust as you can. Remember to find that spot straight in front of you so you can focus on it. Heels up. Knees go further out to the side when your heels come up. And then come back down. And we'll do it one more time. Bend, lift your heels. Really engage your abdominals. And then back down. Now shake your legs out. And we're just going to come out into second position. So that means we're going to take our heels a little bit wider than hip width apart. You're going to have your toes turned out, hands onto your waist again or your hips, and you're going to bend as much as you can, and then you're going to lift your heels off. And then lower them down, straighten your knees. You might find it easier to have your hands into the sternum once again to have that centre balance more focused on your middle. And up. Breathing the whole time, focusing on that spot. Lower your heels and back up. Some days you find when you do it, your ankles will wobble around everywhere, and other days you just go up perfectly, stay there and come back down. I think I'm having one of those days where my ankles are wobbling. Yeah. And heels down and back up. Just do this very controlled so that your muscles get used to the balance. Pull up through your middle, push those heels up, knees go further out over your toes, and lower down, and back up. And then just come back into the centre of your mat, and we'll finish in mountain pose to see how we feel and whether we feel a lot more different to how when we started the practice. Because sometimes you find at the beginning of the practice you're all over the place and it's really hard to actually control not swaying when you're standing in mountain pose. By the end of the practice, hopefully, you'll feel a little bit more balanced up with your muscles. So just relax your feet into the floor. Imagine that line going up through the middle of your body. So just think about that, hands out to the side. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths and just see how you're feeling. Whether you're swaying as much, whether you feel a little bit more balanced, which hopefully you do. And just keep breathing. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. And open your eyes. And thank you everyone for joining me today, and hope that you find this balancing sequence of benefit.